Highness Princess Sumaya bint Hassan, Your Excellencies, esteemed guests, welcome. I would like to welcome you all on behalf of Arab Advisors Group and our parent company, the Arab Jordan Investment Bank, to the 12th Convergence Summit in Amman. Our appreciation, as always, goes to Her Royal Highness Princess Sumaya bint Hassan for her continued support of this conference, the ICT sector in Jordan, and ICT education initiatives as well. This summit comes in parallel with the ongoing increase in the adoption levels of internet services across the Arab world. This represents massive potential. I was talking to the wrong microphone, I guess. The summit comes in parallel with the ongoing increase in the adoption levels of internet services across the Arab world, which presents a massive potential for Internet of Things-based business models in our region, which paves the way for future transformations in various sectors, with the most immediate potential possibly being in healthcare and education. Internet of Things also presents an opportunity for operators across the region to be part of the day-to-day lives of consumers across the region. We must also commend the continued investments by operators in new technologies to stay in line with technology advances across the world. 9 countries in the Arab world have commercially launched 4G LTE networks, and a majority of Arab countries, 17, have mobile broadband over 3G services. Moreover, fiber networks are available in a meaningful manner in 15 countries of the MENA region. These investments offer the reliable infrastructure used by over 100 million internet users in the Arab world today. On the media front, the landscape is changing. Rapid increase in the number of HD channels provided, which went from 134 by end of February 2014 to 195 by March 2015. IPTV is also picking up in the region, leveraging the broadband infrastructure, and we're also seeing subscription-based video-on-demand services in quite a few Arab countries. Allow me to thank the sponsors of the 12th Convergence Summit for their support and trust, Orange and Omnia, long-term supporters of the event, and also to thank other supporters, including Paltel Group from Palestine, Qualcomm, Ericsson, Arabsat, the Ministry of ICT in Jordan, the FTTH Council in the MENA region, Dubai Media City, Dubai Studio City, and of course, the Intaj Association of Jordan. The support of global, regional, and Jordanian companies and organizations is a testament to the position of the Convergence Summit as a landmark conference in the region, where today we have 95 companies from 21 different countries represented. Ahlan wa sahlan. I'd like to invite Her Excellency now to address the event. Thank you very much.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على النبي العربي الهاشمي الأمين. Your Royal Highness Princess Sumaya bint Hassan, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all and welcome to Jordan. I'm so delighted to address this distinguished gathering at the opening session of the 12th Annual Arab Advisors Convergence Summit, and I would like to thank Arab Advisors Group for their great efforts in organizing this timely and important event, whereby like-minded people meet, network, share experiences, and empower each other through such a dynamic platform. Today, we are witnessing a paradigm shift in the way we do business and in the way we design our future. Technological innovation and market demands are driving both ICT sector in Jordan and elsewhere towards convergence, which is pushing the government and ICT companies towards changing, updating, and upgrading the different business components. Government from policy perspective and ICT companies from business model perspective. Jordan has adopted solid policies and strategies in the ICT sector that enabled convergence among telecommunication, media, and computing services to enhance the impact of information and communication technologies on the economic development journey. The government's policy indicated that a proactive, forward-looking consideration of legal and regulatory implications will have significant benefits for Jordan by creating an environment that enables the development and deployment of converged IP-based networks, including NGN, resulting in the availability of an expanded ranges of sophisticated services to Jordan citizens and businesses. Nowadays, actually, Jordan ICT landscape is not only an enabler, but also a game changer. It provides a case study in what it takes to succeed at the international scene, a combination of sound policies, strong telecom infrastructure, and growing talents. This is our competitive edge that we are very proud of, and which helped positioning Jordan to be one of the first in the MENA to have advanced ICT sector with modernized laws and legislative environment. We are at Ministry of ICT working hand in hand with the private sector to promote innovation and entrepreneurship through establishing a public-private partnership while focusing on creating a healthy ICT environment that attracts local and foreign direct investment. In addition to encouraging SMEs to be productive and to enhancing their revenues through exporting and expanding their businesses to new niche markets for a sustainable growth. Ladies and gentlemen, as the term big data is getting to be used everywhere, the optimistic vision is that entities will be able to take data from any source, harness relevant data, and analyze it to find answers that will reduce cost, time, create new product development and optimized offerings, and allow businesses to make smarter decisions. Ministry of ICT in this regard will cooperate with private sector and promote the usage of big data and cooperate with the existing Jordanian companies who specialize in this matter. Ladies and gentlemen, government and corporate policy leaders in Jordan are called upon to leverage the ongoing technological revolution to build the competitive knowledge economies and inclusive information societies in an increasingly global market-driven economy. To carry out this challenge, leaders must possess, first, a broad understanding of the big picture and the driving forces towards economic and technological change. And second, develop necessary framework and skills to seize this opportunity. We know that we still have a long way to go, but we look forward to continuation of the learning process and the successful development and deployment of converged solution in Jordan. We believe this can happen through proper planning, real cooperation between public and private sectors, and the positive beliefs about our ability to deliver upon our promise. Finally, I would like to thank you all, and I wish every success to the conference and for our guests an enjoyable stay in Jordan. Please keep in mind, collaboration and cooperation will beat competition every time. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you. Siti Sumaya, could you please, I know your voice is bothering you today, but ahlan wa sahlan fiki wa salamat.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I hope you can all hear me, and I'm sorry because my voice is failing me a little bit today. It's wonderful to be here at this reunion of the Arab Advisors Group, and particularly at the Convergence Summit. When I started thinking about what to write today, I thought you've all heard me say quite a lot of the same things for a number of years now. So if you'll allow me, I tried to change a little bit in the way in which I would deliver this speech, and I came up with the title, The Convergence of Everything, How Countries and Markets Can Best Leverage the New Frontiers of the Internet of Things. Your Excellency, Dr. Jawad, Mr. Hani Al-Qadi, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to welcome you all to this 12th Convergence Summit of the Arab Advisors Group, What a long way we have all come in a little over a decade, and how much potential for progress and benevolent profit have we seen unlocked. It would have been difficult to imagine when we began this journey not so many years ago that we would arrive so swiftly at the dawn of a new age of possibility. The convergence of everything. The enormous potential of the Internet of Things to change our lives and our world forever is a landmark in modern history. It is a phenomenon that we must consider carefully and creatively. For we have within our grasp the ability to make our homes, our cities, and our communities more efficient and more sustainable. We have also the power to change people's lives forever. We must ensure that the practices and policies we adopt at the dawn of this new age will ensure that the lives of all our citizens are made better by human technology. We must innovate for our global community and not just for an increasingly empowered and privileged few. The Internet of Things, IoT, has enormous potential to impact how we live and how we work, how we communicate, and how we learn. It also has the capacity to bring vital and meaningful services to our entire community, both urban and rural, in healthcare, employment, and efficient management of services. But we must acknowledge from the outset that equal benefits are not inevitable. It is we who will determine how widespread and how evenly the gains of innovation are spread. We must not underestimate how much potential there is to connect all of our citizens and to improve the lives of all in our communities. Broadband has become far more widely available. The cost of connecting is decreasing, and so many more devices are being created with Wi-Fi capabilities, inbuilt sensors, and the capacity to connect. We must all celebrate the fact that technology costs are going down, smartphone penetration is skyrocketing, and the opportunities for you in the industry to innovate at a local and regional level are practically boundless. By 2020, it is estimated that the global IoT market may well reach $1 trillion, and vendors and developers all over the world will be vying with each other to claim their piece of this new prosperity. But we must not underestimate the policy and practice challenges that lie ahead. Indeed, we are fast approaching a tipping point that will change forever how we interact with our environment and, crucially, with each other. According to the analyst firm Gartner, by 2020, there will be over 26 billion connected devices in our world, communicating, sensing, analyzing, and transmitting data in unimaginable volumes. A dizzying number of new relationships will form between people and objects and between objects themselves. The reality is that the IoT allows for virtually endless opportunities and connections to take place, many of which we can't even think of or fully understand the impact of today. However, there is a grave danger in this new world that relationships between people will be most affected by this all-encompassing revolution. This is the area where we must surely focus our policy and practice skills. Improved process must not lead to marginalized people in our towns and urban areas. We must spread the benefits of services provided by the IoT, and we must account for all those who may be pushed out of employment by the rise of new processes and technologies. Indeed, we must ensure that everyone has his or her place in benefiting from and contributing to this brave new world. Of course, the speed of innovation has left many in the dark. Some have been targeted as consumers, but few have been informed as citizens of the dawning age. The vast majority of people in our societies have very little knowledge on what uses and drivers are pushing these astounding revenue predictions. However, it is in nobody's interest to neglect the educational, marketing, and PR side of this technological sea change. It is indeed true that the term Internet of Things has been around since at least 1999, although it seemed then like a distant, though supremely possible future. However, the staggering speed of technological change since then has made the ideas that seemed like science fiction implementable as science fact today on a societal scale. This pace of development has led to a growing awareness of the potential significance of the IoT and the need for public debate about its adoption. Yet we have not had the time to discuss our new world, and we have not had the space to research its impact on lives and levels of inclusion. It particularly worries me that technologies with the potential to bring unimaginable benefits to people are so often directed towards and developed with the wealthiest of consumers in mind. We all understand that technology must pay for itself in order to be viable, but as an industry and as a society, we must debate where profit truly lies. Is it in the burgeoning revenues of a few providers, or in the widespread benefits to all our people who may contribute as they can to a more innovative and profitable economy? Of course, one cannot underestimate the huge impact that so many of the providers have through their CSR programs, and that is to be recognized and celebrated. As the cost and dimensions of mobile and other devices fall, and as network access becomes even more penetrating, it is evident that not only major industries, but entire areas of consumption, public service, and domestic life will see the potential for transformation. Programs such as smart cities, smart transport, and smart metering will begin to have their effects soon. In some countries, notably in Korea and China, whole new cities are being built around smart infrastructure, giving technology companies the opportunity to develop models that may well be implemented subsequently in other cities and communities. As I speak today, I'm proud that a team of 7 distinguished technical capability from the Royal Scientific Society are on a mission for 2 weeks in China, discovering the new and latest technologies that hopefully we can bring home and adapt in our region. It is no surprise that businesses and governments alike see this as an opportunity for new investment, both as a basis for new employment and growth and for the more efficient use of existing resources. But such conversion requires consultation. We are all stakeholders in a connected future, after all. We must also acknowledge that the enormous quantity of information that will be produced by the IoT will provide further opportunities for collecting and analyzing big data. There is consequently an emerging agenda about privacy, transparency, and accountability. We have before us a vista where the ubiquity of sensors, the ability of analyzing the vast amount of data, and the speed of communications to make it possible to act on that data quickly changes all our expectations of how we deal with our challenges. Our responsibility is to ensure that the challenges are tackled by a technology that must not belong to the few. Crucially, the IoT must merely benefit the affluent citizens of the developed and developing world. It must be allowed to operate in closing worsening poverty gaps around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we see before us a future in which we might drown in a sea of data, for data is overwhelmingly irrelevant unless it is used appropriately. Data may be analyzed to produce information. This in turn may increase our knowledge. However, it is up to us to apply to this an eternal wisdom, the ultimate humanization of technology's digital deluge. The Internet of Things will indeed make each one of us a potential beneficiary of the bounty of technical progress. Indeed, it must make technology relevant and rewarding to our region's entire population. We must ensure that potential springs equally for all, and that the providers of new technologies are also the facilitators of opportunity. Convergence of everything must translate into connectivity for everyone. We must see greater security, opportunity, and inclusiveness for all in our society. IoT must transform us all into equals with the same access to progress and potential. I wish you all a very successful 2 days, and thank you for asking me once again to join in your deliberations. Thank you.